Hi, welcome to chapter 5. We're going to start out with sensation and perception. Your learning objectives are distinguish between sensation and perception, describe the concepts of absolute threshold and difference threshold. And the last learning objective is discuss the roles attention, motivation, and sensory adaptation play in perception. And of course, I have my pictures. All right. So, sensation and perception. When we're going to start out with sensation. When sensory information is detected by a sensory receptor, sensation has occurred. Okay. Our sensory organs, our eyes, our nose, our ears, our tongue, our skin, they provide information about the inside and outside world. The primary experience of a stimulus identified by a specific sensory organ is called sensation. With this process, the information from the external world reaches our brain, and then that's how we process it. So sound goes through our ears, we process it, which we get into perception now. Perception refers to the way sensory information is organized, interpreted, and consciously experienced. The process with which we interpret the sensations experienced by us in our day-to-day life, then we act upon them. This is called perception. In this process, a person identifies, interprets, and gives meaning to the information supplied by sensory organs. So our ears hear, and then our brain perceives it as music. So that is sensation and perception. Our next one is describe the concepts of absolute threshold and difference threshold. It stays in the same house of sensation and perception. So let's talk about that. Absolute threshold, it refers to the minimum amount of stimulus energy that must be present for the stimulus to be detected 50% of the time. Usually this is studied in a very controlled atmosphere. Basically, it's how sensitive our sensory organs are. Whereas difference threshold is not controlled, and it's really studied in our everyday environments. The example from the book is that if you're sitting in a dark theater and a cell phone goes off via text message, then everybody will notice it because it's a bright light in a dark room. But would that cell phone be detected as going off in a brightly lit room? The roles attention, motivation, and sensory adaptation play in perception. Attention. Really where you focus your attention is what you will perceive. So the book gives you an example of if you're at a party and you and your friend are talking, you tune out the music in the background. Motivation. The example from the book is you're waiting on a very important phone call and you jump in the shower and you hear a phantom phone ringing. Your motivation will make you hear things or make you see things that sometimes aren't there. Sensory adaptation, when we adapt to stimuli and then can block it out. The example from the book is a ticking clock. In my personal classroom, I have a doorbell that anytime my door is open, it goes ding dong, until the door is closed. It makes everybody crazy except for the people in my class because we've had it for 5 years now. So we've adapted our sensories to where we don't even notice it anymore. So that's 5.1. I'll check y'all for 5.2.